I have another new shareholder from microphone number 3. Sorry, Mr. Caulfield, I'm just going through new faces first. Yeah.
Chairman, I'd like to introduce Spiro, who is attending today as a shareholder.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you so much for organising that I can actually ask a question or two. My question is relating to the merger or the acquisition by ANZ of Suncorp. As all shareholders want to do the best that they can with any bank that they're dealing with. Historically, I've had a very good relationship with ANZ and they have performed well, but of recent years they've lapsed a little bit in the way that they've been performing for their own customers. Now, in saying that, historically, you may be aware of the landmark acquisition that ANZ did some years ago. There has been, at that time, issues with helping the customers who were in that acquisition, and there was many where the banks took over properties because of failures. Now, we're hoping that if this merger and acquisition goes ahead, that the customers of Suncorp would be looked after by ANZ and not left behind. As a plan B, would Bendigo be another option because it would be a similar price, similar acquisition costs? Would that be something that the board would consider as a secondary backup if the ANZ acquisition didn't go ahead?
Thanks, Spiro. As I've said, you made some comments about customers. This is a shareholder meeting, so I'm going to focus on shareholder issues. The company entered into a legally binding agreement last year with ANZ. We are currently in a process with the Australian Competition Tribunal, and I'm not going to make any further comments on that. I take your suggestions on board, but thank you for your comment.
And thank you, Madam Chair.
And I'll also, the CEO might like to add to that.
Let's add, to cover off a couple of the questions. There is a public site, the ACCC site, which is a public register that includes, albeit redacted, evidence that's been provided by all parties to this transaction, all interested parties. In my case, I put 5 witness statements on. Other executives, colleagues have also put witnesses on, which detail in our view, a very comprehensive view of strategic rationale and many of the answers in our view to the questions. Now, we don't want to re-articulate that in this forum, but it is available, albeit redacted. I think if you have a look at it and read it, you'll get a good sense of the things that we've been talking about and the evidence that we've provided.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mr. Johnson. And thank you, Madam Chair, that the board will be available after the AGM to have a cup of tea and ask some other questions if that's possible.
Well, unless it's midnight at this rate, I'm going to crack it up a bit now.
Thank you. Thank you.